98% of people chasing meme coins right now will lose money, not because the plays are bad, but because they don't know how to trade them. Today I'm going to show you two powerful trading strategies that 150 IQ meme coin millionaires are using right now, including how to use limit orders to get sniper entries and also Fibonacci extensions to nail exits at the exact pico top. If you don't learn how to use these tools, you'll FOMO in late and sell way too early, and that's how you miss the next 50x. Stay locked in, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to trade like me and like all of the pros and people like FOMO and the biggest traders in the space making 10 million plus. At the end, I'll also give you guys some secrets and you'll be able to track your favorite influencers' wallet. So stay tuned right until the end, press that like button, please subscribe, and I'm going to give you guys the secret sauce on this video. And I do mean the secret sauce. Here we are on Axiom, okay? This is the best trading terminal to trade anything on chain, AI, meme coins. If you are trading only on exchanges, these lower market cap things, you are way too late. You are exit liquidity, okay? You have to be trading on chain. And the best terminal, as I said previously, is Axiom. So how do I found the best entries? I'm gonna go there first, and then I'm gonna explain to you guys how to find tops on all these meme coins and why I nailed, for example, Troll perfectly, also Popcat and many other meme coins if you haven't been following me for say 2 years on X. Let's start with Troll. For example, when Troll did that all-time high at 30 million market cap, and then let's say you waited a few hours, we're on the hourly chart, you waited a few hours and the price was at 21 million looking like this. You probably would have thought, wait, this is a good time to buy. Now, a very experienced trader like myself trading meme coins, or some of these guys that you follow with 100k, 200k followers, people that have made 8 million, 10 million, for example, like FOMO, we don't think like that. You have to be a contrarian. If everyone's bullish and looking at this chart as it was right here, thinking you're gonna buy close to the top, you're not thinking straight. That's not how you trade. Here's how you trade, okay? And here's what a pro would have done. The first thing you do is you identify the fair value gaps. What does that mean? That's the place where the liquidity tends to go. All it means really is support and resistance lines. Why? Because if there was a major support or a major resistance line at some point on the chart, that just means a lot of people sold and a lot of people were probably buying. And that means liquidity will tend to always return to those places. And so, for example, on this chart, obvious fair value gap is this. Look, this is the first stop on Troll at 11.5 million market cap. So what you do is you come here and you demarcate this place. And lo and behold, look at this. Major resistance here, support all throughout 22nd of April before a new top was formed. And then look at this beautiful support line here. What a pro would do is you come on Axiom, you click buy, you click limit, you would drag your limit order right close to this level, because if this level got hit 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, the likelihood of it getting hit a 4th time is very, very high, because this is a fair value gap. This is a fair price. This is where liquidity will tend to go. If it touched 4 times, why can't it touch a 5th time? And so what a pro would do is, okay, let me put, for example, 10 sol here, exactly at 11.4, 11.5. Let me put another amount a little bit above at 12 million and then a little bit below as well. Okay, you're not just gonna autistically grab one limit order specifically at one point. No, you put a little bit above, you put a little bit below, and then you go to sleep. And here's what happened to the chart. Lo and behold, bam, it went and it touched the fair value gap 1 times, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. And you would have gotten filled like a pro. This is why you never FOMO buy. And let's say we were here and the price made new all-time highs. Okay, you just find another fair value gap. For example, an obvious other fair value gap here is this 15.7 million market cap. Major resistance, major support 1 times, 2 times. Lo and behold, look what happens. Look at this range. Look, do you see the resistance here? Resistance, it was support here, resistance here, and the fair value gap turned into resistance 1 more time. Look at where the price is trading after. This is resistance, and now you see it almost turned into support. Support again, and then the price goes and leaves this range, and it's never going to see it again. But see how these fair value gaps are where the liquidity was attracted and the liquidity went? Essentially, what you can do is you don't need to just demarcate one major support and resistance line. What you can do is you can demarcate 2, and then you can stack limit orders all the way between the 2, and you can just, if you want to accumulate a coin, that's what you do. That's another way a pro could have traded this. And you can stack a limit order here, here, all the way from the bottom to the top of this fair value gap. And in here, you have a giant accumulation range. This is where all the pros like myself and the people who are watching my show at that specific day, because I told people to buy it here, were buying this chart. In fact, we actually bought it way below. We bought here at 3 million market cap because the 3 million market cap zone was very similar to what happened here after the 3rd 30 million top. We were buying down here, then we sold here, and then I waited for the fair value gap to come and get filled again. It did, and then it went and it made new all-time highs. But this is how you use limit orders. Now, you have to use Axiom because there's no other trading terminal where you can just visually and manually drag this thing. You can even come here and say, oh, I want to buy on a 50% discount. You can come here and manually drag like minus 50, or if you want to buy, or if you want to, for example, sell, you can say, I want to sell on a 50% trade and I want to sell, and you type the amount of sold you want to sell. You can also sell on limit order. But anyways, when it comes to limit orders, it's as basic as this. You find those support and resistance lines, which professionally speaking, you can call fair value gaps. You can find two. If you find two, what you get is an accumulation range, and then you can stack a bunch of limit orders there. Or you can just find one, like for example, this one. Oh, the price is at all-time highs, and I have, let's say we don't have the second line. What happens is, bang, the price came here and touched it. Then you can scalp it and sell at a new all-time high. But of course, it's a fair value gap, so it's going to go there again. But this is what you do when it comes to fair value gaps. You identify them. You can identify 2 points. If you identify these 2 points, you get a nice accumulation range, stack those limit orders there, and bang, that's how you trade. Never FOMO buy. There's very specific conditions to top blast, but you should almost never do it. Now let's get onto the fibs, and I'll explain to you exactly how at 3 million market cap, I found the top, the Pico top for troll. Let me erase everything here, remove all drawings. Back then, we were here, 9 million market cap. Here's my thinking process, and here's how a pro does, okay? We had some troll, we bought it at 3 million. I did the exact same thing I was talking about previously to find an entry. The previous stop had been this 11 million peak. The price is at 9 million. It just spiked almost to the top. I know for a fact with the conditions of Bitcoin, with the on-chain conditions, this is going to make new all-time highs. But I don't want to just sell at new all-time highs. I want to sell at what could be the Pico top, and I want to hold a bag and sell it to perfection and make a lot more money. Here's how you do the fibs. You come here, you see this second place. This is where you find the Fibonacci. You have fib retracements, you have trend, base, fib extension. It's this tool. It's the trend, base, fib extension. Click on it. Here's what you do. In this case, what I did was I found where the move started. The move started here on this green candle, and then this place here acted as major support. So this is where, to me, the move started at this 2.5 basically million market cap zone. If I put this as the start of the move, I'm basically grabbing all of these supports and the close of this candle. Now we have spot 1 of the trend fib. Now you have to find the top. The top is obviously 11 million market cap. This is the top. This is the second point of the fib trend based extension. And now what we got to do is find the bottom. And the bottom is obviously, when we were at 9 million market cap, the bottom was 3.87. Let me clear this chart up. If you zoom out, look where the trend fib extension gave us its maximum extension, okay? The 4.2 line. Now let's drag to the side. If we waited a couple of days, look what happened. Look where the top was. And bang. Look how incredible fib extensions are. Literally told us the top here. This is why you have to use fib extensions. It's this tool, as I said, trend-based fib extension. These trend-based fib extensions should be used when you know the coin is going to go up, you know it's going to go into new territory, uncharted territory, and you know exactly where you want to exit. This is the only tool that I've ever found that if you put it on a bunch of charts, it almost always, and if you backtest this, almost always gives you tops. And not just tops. Look at the levels that the fib extension gave us. Give us this major support line. Gave us this major resistance. Look, the 2.6 fib extension gave us major support line here. Gave us these two resistance points. Gave us this support. Gave us this support. Gave us this support. Okay? This trendline fib extension tool is no joke. This is one of the most important tools you have to have in your arsenal, especially for uncharted territory, because it's a predictive tool. It will tell you what will happen in the future, because for some reason everything is emotion and it is somehow tied to Fibonacci extension, into the Fibonacci sequence. So it's like the universe mathematically codes all of this. This is why you have to use these trendline based fib extensions. Well, now that you understand these trend based fib extensions, and I gave you the troll example, now we're gonna look on how to track wallets and use this very secret sauce that I promised you guys I was gonna say at the end. You come here on Axiom, the third place here at the top, called trackers. First, what you do is you need to start following the right people. People like, for example, FOMO. You should copy his handle. You go back into trackers, into live trades, customized feed, add handle. Click on add handle. You paste FOMO's handle, his X or Twitter handle, and you click add. Okay, then you go on Twitter alerts, refresh the page. All of a sudden, you have his Twitter alert. Everything he posts, you can be just on Axiom and waiting for him or any other KOL, and you're going to filter and only see the posts from the people that you like the most or you think are most trustworthy or the best trader. And you can add as many people as you want from X onto Axiom and you have a customized feed of only the best traders. And then here's the secret sauce. You can also come on Wallet Manager and add anyone's wallet. I'm going to give you on the description the wallets of LexaPro, ShockedJS, Furies, frankdegods, FlippingProfits, traderpow, lyxe, and also 𝗣𝗥𝗧𝗏. So let's say you want to track 𝗣𝗥𝗧𝗏. Here I have his wallet. I paste the wallet address. I'm going to put his wallet name, and let's say I want him to be this funny money emoji. I click on add wallet, live trades, and then here are his latest live trades. He was buying whatever this is, your mom, 420.069 4 hours ago. 1 month ago he was buying 𝗣𝗫𝗏. He was also early on to Bitcoin. Also, a day ago, he was selling 𝗲𝗏𝗏, and you can see everything he's doing. You can come on Wallet Manager and add as many people as you like. For example, I'm going to add LexaPro's wallet, okay? The same thing, paste the wallet name. Let's say it's this funny ghost. Click on live trades. Now I have, he was buying house 1 month ago with 32 SOL. So he must be up hundreds, if not thousands of SOL on his house coin. Do you understand now why LexaPro is also talking about house coin every other day? Because he was buying it 1 month ago. People like LexaPro, they don't buy a lot of stuff, but when they do with their public wallet, you can always see them supporting. So you should also come on customize your feed, add handle, and you should add someone like LexaPro, for example, because usually when he buys very few things with his public wallet, but he sticks to them for months, like he did here with house, and house coin went to 100 million market cap. So these are the good people. I'm going to give you LexaPro's wallet. I'm going to give you a bunch of wallets on the description that you can start trading. Be careful, don't buy everything that these people get into, because some of these people might be using you as exit liquidity. They might buy something and sell 5-10 minutes later, but it's good to have these live trades and this wallet manager and this customized feed, because at least you can sort of check if what people are saying on X and what their wallet is saying is matching, okay? So a very important tool on Axiom that I don't think any other platform has. But anyways, this was today's lesson. I hope you understand how to plot these fib lines to find the tops, and I also hope that you understand the importance of finding fair value gaps, support and resistance lines, and understand that the liquidity will always trend towards these places. Thank you very much. I will see you guys next week on Monday with a bunch more alpha. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye bye.